do this.
Welcome to the Covrprice Top 10 Countdown. I'm Greg.
And I'm Rich. Welcome back, family. Yeah, Greg's a little disheartened. We tried a different program other than StreamYard, and we were experiencing technical difficulties. So we quickly bamboozled our butts back to the StreamYard to get the show up and running. But I mean, from what I saw of what it looked like on the screen, it looked a lot clearer. You could see the books and everything behind us better. I actually liked it. It looked good. So it's something we can still strive for.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at it. But that's not why we're here today.
Yeah, we're here to look at the top 10 Covrprice hot list for December. I almost said September. Where has the year gone? December 4th. And actually on the list, I think it says December 3rd. So maybe they might have posted this yesterday.
But yeah, number 10.
Yeah, jumping right in. Marvel's Superhero Secret Wars number 8. The origin. I didn't say first appearance for the first time ever.
Hey, Hector. Yeah.
Yay, Larry. How's Taiwan? The origin of the black costume, which later on becomes Venom symbiote. Another blue chip book, though, ones that you want to have in your collection, but I don't know what's driving the price specifically, why it's on the list right now.
I have no news.
I mean, it's good to see it on the list, but
yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard any especially, intense Venom rumors or anything. So,
or Beyonder or Secret Wars and all the other fun stuff. But if it's on the hot list, I would recommend not getting it. Wait till it's off the hot list and the prices go down a little bit. They're not going to drop like a lot of other books do. But you don't want to. As Reggie would say, you don't want to go swimming when the water is red. You want to wait till the water is blue. Red ocean and blue ocean.
Good day, Andrew. Dude, did you ever receive our package from a while ago? I'm curious. Let me know. All right, moving on.
Yes, please.
Avengers 181, first appearance of Scott Lang. Not Ant-Man, but just the guy, Scott Lang.
Interesting. Me personally, I would rather have the was it a Marvel Spotlight first appearance of Lang playing. And what's driving Scott Lang now? I mean, he's been around for a while in the MCU.
I don't know.
Got a couple of books here that I don't know what's going on, why they're hot right now. If somebody knows, please let us know.
No, nothing here. Yeah, you get the first appearance of Cassie Lang too in the premiere 47.
And that would be better considering where we're going with Young Avengers down the line.
I don't know.
What do we got as far as prices on this thing?
$330 for a 9.8, $175 for a 9.6, $100 for a 9.4, and it goes down from there.
Yeah, I'm not overly in love with the book. It's a 1979 book, so the majority of them are going to be newsstand books. Boy, everybody in the world is on that cover, though.
I was gonna say, look, you got Beast there.
Yeah, you got Hercules also.
Hercules, yeah, Miss Marvel at the time. Who's this guy with with his star on his head?
I can't see it from here, so
that's okay.
I can't advise yes or no.
What the no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
yeah, I mean, I don't know.
And again, it's not like Ghost Rider's second appearance or Wolverine's second appearance. Scott Lang's, I know it's his first appearance.
Yes.
Is it a George Perez cover?
It is a George Perez. I was going to say that's one of the ones that I almost got back when he did what he was doing his last signing. But yeah.
Where the hell would you have him sign that, and what color?
You would have to use like white marker, and I, I don't know. Just I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
would probably go like as bright a yellow as possible and have them sign it across the word Avengers.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Oof.
that's a messy cover though. I mean, not it's a cool cover. It's hard to sign.
Yes. Unless you are you're doing an infinity signature and you could you know get the colors exactly the right way as they cross over characters.
What's up, Jared? Good to see you, bud. All right, so yeah, I don't have any input on this other than okay
Yeah,
for Scott Lang.
yeah, and if I'm going to buy a Scott Lang book, it's going to be the Marvel premiere. It's a premiere
I'm with you.
with Ant-Man on the cover, with with the magnifying glass. That's an iconic cover. So
Yeah,
sign over the title in silver. Yeah. I was
dude.
thinking bright yellow, but silver would work great too.
Have you seen Hector's artwork on
Mm,
Instagram?
no, I'm gonna have to check it out.
Do it. Hector is a great artist, man. He does some cool stuff.
Cool. Maybe we'll have to commission something from him.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. As
All
long as he
right.
can get it done in less than 2 years, be great.
Oh,
That's not a knock on you.
number 7. Another Secret War book.
Yes, number one, the very first one that came out, first series. There are some. There's a variant, an error printing, and in this also, it's got Galactus on the inside. He's blue.
Yeah. It's not that much of a premium though.
No, because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
It's almost like a 50-50 as far as the printings on
Yeah.
that.
Um
Yeah, I think I have a lower grade copy of this, but I see a raw of this just sold for 130.
that can't be
Jeez.
right.
I'm looking at top weekly sale, raw comic 130 on the main page.
The last sale I see is $22 on the 3rd.
Yeah, I'm just going by what it says on the cover prices. When you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it says 7-day trend up 151%, top weekly sale, raw comic 130. That had to be the absolute. Don't get books signed. Yeah. Everybody, they're your books. You don't want to get them signed, get them signed. Don't want to get them signed, don't get them signed. And if they are signed, Larry has the right not to buy them.
It's one of my favorite ways to get like my childhood celebrity, like voice actors and stuff.
Yes.
I think it's a cool way to do that. Anyway,
Well, Larry, real quick, what about sketch covers that are specifically designed to get books signed? Do you believe in that? Yeah.
oh, what about that, dude?
Yeah, that. What if you could get a first appearance of Dazzler signed by Taylor Swift? Would you do it? Would you do it?
Yeah, that'd be worth a lot. All right, so
I love Secret Wars, superhero Secret Wars, and I don't know which Secret Wars they're going to be using. There's several storylines. This Secret Wars was 1984. There was Secret Wars 2. There was a more modern Secret Wars. No matter what, I think this is the book that started it all. I think will hold some value, but it was pretty highly printed.
yeah, I mean, it's a cool cover. It's pretty iconic.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's priced where it should be, like around $20. I don't think that's unfair for a nice
And
copy.
what about the price for a 9.8?
Someone last bought one for $270 on the 25th of November.
But I'm just saying, you feel that is appropriately priced?
Fair market value is $253.
So, I mean, but again, do you feel that
No,
that's appropriately priced?
I'd like it closer to 200.
Okay.
I only get
I only get
modern books
modern
and
books.
low grade books where I have a higher grade books signed. So he doesn't sign. He doesn't get his higher grades signed if they're older.
Gotcha.
Cool. All right. Moving on. Number 6.
Number 6. Yes. No, number 7. Number 7. This is number 7.
This is our 4th book, right? Yeah, all right. We're
And
doing that shit.
987. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the list. It says a giant number 7 next to the book.
Oh,
This is second appearance of Mr. Sinister, but his first cover appearance. Is that correct?
yep.
So 238 was his first appearance. That's that blue cover that everybody knows. I think that this is
I think it skips
become.
one, doesn't it?
Is it 238? Is his first? No. Well,
No.
I could.
It's the one with Havoc on and Wolverine going nuts.
Yep, it's gotta be. No, it's before that.
Come on, Covrprice. Load.
I don't have mine out.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's definitely before this.
Yes. I had a 9.2 of this, I think, and I sold it because I was irritated that it was a 9.2.
I think this is probably because we're getting closer to the animated series being released.
Yeah, I think so too. I was going to say, I think that's why, because in January it's coming out.
Yeah.
Which is super exciting.
Now, I'll be honest, I never watched the original animated series, so
it's good. Hector's got this one.
And it is a great cover, though.
Oh, yeah. It's fantastic. It's creepy and showcase him right there. I don't know. I forget who that is. Oh, that's Havoc right there on his hand, but I don't know who the chick is.
Madeline Pryor, maybe?
Maybe. Oh, yeah. Madeline Pryor is the Goblin Queen. 221. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were almost clicked that far back.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean 221 and this were pretty hot. And back in 2021 when I first was getting into collecting, I remember. So
yeah, it doesn't seem that long ago, but this book came out 35 years ago. Jeez.
I know, it's wild, isn't it?
Yes.
Came out when I was 1.
So 9/8, we got 185 and 124 for a 9.6. 177 is fair market value. I don't know if this book is really going to explode in price. Maybe if Mr. Sinister does come to the MCU, or he's along with the X-Men in their live action, and I really think he needs to be. It could have the same kind of effect as Thrawn did when he became live action with Heir to the Empire #1. So at that point, 221 is going to skyrocket and everybody's going to go for his second appearance, which is this.
That would be cool. What's up, Paul in 619? Welcome. I have the first 2 episodes of X-Men on VHS. Yeah, man.
Oh,
dude,
very nice.
and Robert knows Larry Houston, the showrunner for that show, man. It's so cool.
I guess I might have to watch an episode or 2.
Remember, it's like it's got some cheese. It's a little cheesy, but it's a great show. But anyway, yeah, I agree with you. I think he's him next to Magneto. He's one of the big baddies of the X-Men world.
Yeah,
but,
and he's got what makes villains really great is when they're intelligent. I'm not a Bane fan. I'm more of a Lex Luthor fan. I don't need somebody that could just come in and beat you to a bloody pulp. I want somebody that has the ability to beat you to a bloody pulp, but outsmarts you.
Right. Yeah, that's always more fun. All right. Yes, go ahead.
Number 6.
Gojira.
Yes. And this is hot. This is so hot, man. I'm so glad I got this earlier this year. This was a grail book of mine when I was a kid. I always wanted to have this.
I remember you just got it pretty like half a year ago or something.
Yes. And this book, and for a lot less than it is currently selling for. So I got my 9.8 white pager, which I've wanted since I was young. So it's old.
Ooh, they have a 35-cent variant of this.
Oh
Did you
boy,
know?
no, I don't even want to know how much it is. Yikes!
uh, yeah,
Actually, if I could find that as a raw, I would buy that.
166. That's not terrible. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, this is hot because minus one.
Well, you've got Monarch, you've got -1, you've got the new trailer that just dropped for the next Godzilla and King Kong,
From
and
the Legendaries Monsterverse. Is that what they're calling it?
yep. And in all honesty, I'm still gonna keep praising -1. Matter of fact, I'm going again tomorrow, 7 p.m. to see it in IMAX.
Time to sell, Rich, before it drops in price.
Nope, 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 nope.
No,
Dude,
you
it
need
could.
to.
How much? What was the last 9.8 sale?
485.
Yeah, I paid a lot less than that earlier this year.
See, so sell it now. You make it
No,
back.
no. I bought this book because I was like, I'm finally pulling the trigger and finally getting this book. It wasn't because I didn't buy this for investability. I bought this because this is a book I always wanted to have.
Well, sorry, Larry. He's not going to sell it.
I'm not selling it. Nope.
Um,
This is a PC book.
this is a fun book, man. I like this book. I don't know if I like.
It's got Nick Fury in it.
Does it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Did Dum Dum Dugan and Nick Fury appearance? Godzilla illustration by Dave Cochran on the letters page.
Wow.
Herb
Herb
Trimp
Trippy.
and Jim Mooney art. Sorry.
Godzilla lands on American soil, but S.H.I.E.L.D. are there to try to stop the destruction. Dugan and Wu are unable to. Wu, as in Jimmy Woo? As in.
That's what I'm wondering.
Are unable to stop Godzilla, but Nick Fury arrives with 3 Japanese scientists who might have the answer.
And no, I'm not going to buy it back because this is the old 9.8. This is when a 9.8 was truly a 9.8.
Did you get the Criterion Godzilla bot set?
No, I'm not familiar with what that is.
Criterion Collection is like super curated, like deemed culturally important movie collection, I think. And they must have. Woo! I love it, Hector. Yeah, but it's just a fancy. It must be a fancy box set
Of paraphernalia of comics.
Yes.
So trading cards of what?
Yeah.
Everything.
Movies.
Huh.
I'm assuming.
I sold my ASM for $1,200 and bought it back sub $500.
Yeah.
ASM
Take that,
something.
Rich.
Which ASM? 300?
Don't know, but love that there's a ton of Godzilla content coming out. Well, Paul, you and Rich are gonna be buddies because.
Oh yes, absolutely. Again, I saw Godzilla -1 on Saturday, and I've already bought my ticket for tomorrow 7 p.m. because we're not recording anything. So I'm like, hey, I can get out of work at 6. I'll go see it in IMAX. I'll probably stop by Costco, pick up a hot dog or two before. 361 First Courage.
Well, there you go. All right.
Actually, I got rid of my Carnage and Young Avengers #1 at the same time during their hype. I traded for a top one of the first 10 Fantastic Fours, which is still in my collection. I'm very happy about that.
Is it the one with the fancy orange, like tangerine sky?
That's the one where
It's like 4 or something.
Submariner is watching as the Fantastic Four have been evicted from their own building.
Yeah. All right. Wait to buy this. It's hot right now because of the movies.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Paul said he's going to watch it tomorrow. I don't think we'll be at the same theater. I watched one review today that stated this movie perfectly. This movie is so good, you could take Godzilla out of the movie and it's still a good movie.
Ooh.
And then I think that's the best way to describe it. If you just took Godzilla out and just watched the movie of the characters, it's a great movie.
Wow. That's high praise. Shall we move on?
Oh no, we can't move on. We are halfway through.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the patron thank you moment. Thank you, patrons. You rule. You're awesome. You have until Wednesday to give me your numbers from front to back, and I'm gonna pull those live on New Comic Book Day, so everybody else can see the cool stuff that you win. And also because we didn't do our meetup on November because it got a little crazy. But yeah, you guys rule. Thank you. Rich and I are working on putting together some ideas for more content to make exclusive, or at least a time exclusive for you guys. You guys are the best. So thank you.
Every time you say front to back, I keep thinking about the way the guy wears his underwear in Big Hero 6.
To the window, to the wall, till the sweat drops down my nose.
What the? I don't know. You'll tell me later.
No, it's just a rap song from Atlanta, I think. Anyway.
Number 5.
Hey.
Nth Man, the Ultimate Ninja. Number 11. What?
Dr. Candy Goodstroke, Earth 8901, becomes a Silver Surfer homage, unnamed. And it looks like a lady Silver Surfer on the cover. So,
What? One more time, please. Tell me that woman's
Dr.
name.
Candy Goodstroke, Earth 8909, becomes a Silver Surfer homage, unnamed.
Candy Goodstroke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. Candy Goodstroke. Rumors.
Yeah, if I they better not use that as an actual character in the MCU. Come on.
More female surfer spec. A couple dozen sales as attention is turned to Dr. Candy Goodstroke as she appears as a female surfer in this issue. It's fun when spec starts to drive sales on silly books like this, but realistically, I wouldn't put money on Marvel and Disney going this route. You read her name, right?
Thank you. If nothing else, I want to buy this book just because I'd like to see Candy Goodstroke.
Oh, look at that. Larry's throwing up.
I mean, seriously, doesn't that sound like a love interest bad girl from James Bond? Yeah, there we go. Right. James Bond, yes.
Yeah. You and Robert, man.
Yeah.
Mind meld.
I mean, what was one of the first characters? And I hope we don't get demonetized for this, but it wasn't one of the characters Pussy Galore?
I don't know.
Yeah.
There she is.
And that's pretty. 1960s.
1959.
Okay, even earlier.
Oh, in the novel, and then 64 of the film.
Yeah, with Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
Ooh, very good.
Wow. Very nice.
I mean, they made fun of it in the character names in Austin Powers when they had Ivana Humpalot.
Yeah. Honeyhorn. I don't know that one.
How to make the MCU worse for $100? Exactly. So yeah, this don't know.
Look, there's zero slab sales because of the obscurity of this book.
Yeah, there are no slabs. I bet you the census on it is 0.
Now I have to look.
Yeah, there's going to be a little notation on the CGC page that says, "Why are you even looking?"
What is it?
Nth Man number 11. Nth Man, the Ultimate Ninja, number 11. It's like Remo Williams.
Number 11?
Yes.
There are none.
There you go. Get one slab. Doesn't matter what the grade is. You'll have a one of a kind.
I've never seen. I don't think I've ever seen that before. There's a There's a number 1. There's 19 of them. There's a number 3. There's 1 of them. And a number 10. There's 1 of them.
Yeah. Pass. Hard pass. Wow, that I haven't even seen the rest of the books, but I already see what is a very good potential for my rubber bands in the butt pick. Jeez.
All right, number 4.
4. Hercules, Twilight of a God, number 1.
More female server spec.
Now, this one actually, I think it's number 4, isn't it? That has the first. This is the first appearance of the character. Number 4 was the first appearance of that person as a Silver Surfer.
Correct. This becomes the Silver Surfer in issue 4.
Yeah, I remember this from last week. Well, as we see, number 4 has now dropped off the list.
Yes.
It won't be long till number 1 drops off the list as well.
Oh,
jeez. You know what? We don't. We know that people have been cast. We have no idea if it's female Silver Surfer, if it's Nova, if it's anything. You know, how many rumors? How many people put money into the first appearance of Mephisto?
you?
No, I waited for the book to drop. A lot of books I've bought at the wrong time. That one I got it at my time.
Yeah, that book was
Nice try.
that book was really expensive for a long time, man.
Yeah. I mean, I love the cover of that Silver Surfer. So when the books dropped that much, I'm like, no, let me grab one. Someday he might make it into the MCU.
Yeah, for a long time it was Sacha Baron Cohen is going to be Mephisto.
Well, I mean, how about all the rumors that he was going to appear in WandaVision? So, devil's in the details. That's not the only place he is. Oh, Mephisto's coming! Ah,
yes.
So, this is a worse spec in my opinion than Mephisto, because Mephisto will eventually be in the MCU. I don't see. Even if this is a female Silver Surfer and it happens to be this character, it ain't going to make it past that movie.
There are 5 graded copies of this.
Paul in the 619 says to me, this is a fun spec. Hopefully no one is really buying this expecting to make any real money. Probably a fun read, though. Now, Paul, I'm sure that there are people out there that are buying these books, the Hercules and the Ant-Man, with the expectation of making money. And I'm going to point out with a book that I ended on eBay yesterday and the day before that Greg and I were talking about after it ended, how much it has dropped. Eternals number 1 in a 9.8. Now, you remember how high that book was. We were, I bid on it and didn't win it. But we looked up on the sale history. May of 2021, a 9.8 Eternals number 1 hit $3,800. Okay, and there were multiple sales that month were over 3,000. People were spending $3,000, not expecting it to go down. They thought it was still going to go up. They were going to make money on that book as well. The book sold for $365, more than a 90% drop in price. So anybody that buys spec books, they're thinking it's going to go up in value. And unfortunately, Ant-Man and Hercules, Twilight of a God, there are people out there that are buying this. And yeah, exactly. Ouch and yikes. I bid to 360. It wound up selling for 365.
Yeah, but I can see Paul what he's saying though. Like, for $20, it's almost like you're playing an arcade game, like it's like it's a game of chance to see if your $20 turns out right. It's not a huge investment at this point.
Well, I mean, I get what you're saying. I get what he's saying, but the people that do this, that spend it's only $20, they've got to have at least 10 books, 15 books that they're doing. They're not just doing it for one book. There'll be other spec books. Now, if they didn't buy those 10 spec books at $20 a piece, they'd have $200 to put into one decent book.
That's absolutely true. But you You can collect however you want.
Yes, and you have anybody sign whatever you want to.
Yeah. Larry.
Larry, we miss you, man. Get back to the States, man. So
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think it's a good spec to buy. But if they do announce a female Silver Surfer and it is this character, this book is going to shoot up. And just like Larry says, sell it while it's hot.
yeah. All right. Moving on.
Yes, number 3. Staying around, man. Staying alive.
You know, I'm. We were wrong about this. We kept saying give it to yourself as a Halloween present, but it's
we said wait till December or so, and it never dropped off the list.
Yeah.
We got Spider-Man 2099. This is not the first appearance of him. It's his first in his own book. It's a foil book. His first appearance was in that hologram book.
ASM 361, I want to say.
361 is Carnage.
Is it? Oh, damn it. 316.
But
whatever.
Yeah, it's a different one. Somebody will tell us in the chat. But I see the last sale on November 30th of a 9.8 was 104. There you go.
365. Ugh.
104 for a 9.8.
That's something I would buy.
I would buy that too. Yes. Fair market value on it says 144, but the last one that sold was at 104. So maybe the prices are coming down and people are snatching them because the prices are coming down, and that's why it's still on the hot list.
That's true.
Just based on quantity of sales. Let's see if I can pull up the sales data on the 9.8s. 160, 160, 103, 115, 91, 140. The prices are 119.99, 120. The prices are all over the place. 369. That I bet that had to be a newsstand.
Look at this deal. Do you see the screen?
Why?
Because it's beautiful.
And it's raw.
And look at that. It's got scuffs all over there.
I mean, for that kind of price, I better get spider powers. I better get that wrist thing that allows me to go to different throughout the Spider-Verse.
And $12.55 for raw shipping. A very beautiful high grade comic. Please take a look at all the photos. If you have any questions, feel free. I do combine shipping.
Well, hey, at least he's offering you someplace to saving some money. That's the sort of thing that I would like to send the seller a message. Are you on crack?
Look at these. Look at this. This bends and whatever.
You know what really ticks me off about that is there'll be some, not necessarily this book, but this in general. There'll be somebody who does not know anything about comic books, that their grandson likes this comic book, and they'll buy it.
What is he doing? These are not prices for these, but his wife must have been like, sell your books. And he's putting them on here and he's like, I'm trying.
Remember to say, if you put them up for ridiculous prices, all it takes is one knucklehead to, or maybe this is a money laundering scheme. Who knows?
Oh, that's true.
All these books are being shipped to Colombia. So,
wow. Expensive,
how much for the Star Wars annual? $40 for the Star Wars annual?
Annual number 3. Yeah.
That's an $8 book at best. Jeez. I saw one on Whatnot. The bidding went up to $12. I'm like, they're nuts. He's got 10 pages.
Rare bootleg Spider-Man figure, $55.
That's somebody took a Stretch Armstrong and got creative with the paint.
It's rare. Anyway, not the
he has 100% feedback, so he must be legit.
I mean, he does. And he sold 2.3 thousand items.
I imagine there must be some real cheap items in there too that he does sell. And jeez, I don't know.
Anyway, this is not the that guy show.
Okay, so this is a book that if you can catch one of the good deals for a 9.8,
Yeah,
I would
man.
pull a trigger, because I mean this foil. There are 9.9s in this book, so it's a foil book, which means it's either a 9.8 or it's not.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, $100, 104. Ooh, yeah. Absolutely. All right. Number 2.
So number 2 is staying in the same vein. We have Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 12, the 1 in 25 David Baldion from that just came out.
Yeah. And it's number 12 and people just like the cover, I suppose.
Oh, and I see variant covers. We've got the uh Spider-Man 2
Night.
video game.
Yeah.
I think I have that around here somewhere.
It's a cool cover.
It is, but
I wouldn't pay for it.
yeah, Miles Morales Spider-Man, it's a big seller, so chances are stores are going to have enough copies that they're going to order, that they're going to have 1, 2, or 3 of the 1 in 25.
Yeah.
So $39, it's not at double ratio. If you ever watch JP's Budget Collecting and he talks about Comic Tom's lists, he's done a lot of research in it. Like if it doesn't hit triple ratio, it usually settles back down to ratio. So JP, if you happen to watch this, thank you for all the work that you do. You are the inspiration for this show. It'll probably settle back down to 25 ish. So I would hold off on it. It's not a terrible investment. It's not going to drop. I mean, percentage wise, it is, but if it drops another $10 or so, and you don't mind that you lost $10 to get a book that you really like, then go for it.
Yeah, and it would be a great signature or remark sketch, worthy.
Ooh, yes,
Kind of book.
absolutely.
So
it's the complete opposite of the
yeah, the Avengers book.
The Avengers book that we looked at earlier.
Yeah. Okay, coming in at number 1.
The King is up on the list. Spawn number 1. Was it 1 million copies sold?
Why?
Again, isn't this the that video game? The skin just came out, and a lot more people are buying it again. Call of Duty or Man of War or Beast of Burden or Herbie the Love Bug or whatever video game.
Yeah, I guess
most recent sale on the 3rd is of a 9.8 is 130.
there's no new news I can see.
This is not a book that will ever be worth a fortune, but enough people like it that it'll always have some value. This is one of those books that also like everybody wants to have in their collection. Are you guys still live on the other stream?
I don't know. Are we?
We're on 2 different streams?
I hope not.
Jeez. I don't know. See if I can take a quick look myself. You can still hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Videos. Live.
Oh, wow. Yeah. It's just black for 42 minutes now. And it's celebrating 750 subscribers giveaway.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. I don't even have the window open anymore to. Oh, jeez.
All right. I'm going to end that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway, Spawn.
Everybody should have a copy in their collection. There's enough 9.8s that everybody can have one in their collection. Um, 130. That's about what it always seems to be at. You might be able to, if it's not hot, catch it down to like 110,
Uh-huh.
120, but you don't ever expect this to put your kids through college.
No. Yeah,
And
130. Oh man, I might pull the trigger at 130 on a 9.8. That's
yeah,
not bad.
I think I got it when it was not on the list at all. I think I pulled the trigger on one at about 115. So, and in 20 years, I'll probably sell it for about 115. So it's like that decoration you hang up on your wall that you could sell when you're done with it for the same price.
Yeah. All right. Well,
So, yes, we have to do our gun to the head pick. For those of you that are not familiar, what we do is we pick one book at current market price that if we had to buy, we would think would give us our best chance of making money or at least not losing a terrible, terrible amount. If it is an older book that has a high price for a 9.8, we can pick, I would say, buy a 9.2 of this book because I think it's undervalued, or buy it as a raw. But if it's a brand new book, it is, like a Spawn, I think we would be saying it's a 9.8 or we're not going to buy it.
real quick, Hector was wondering about the newsstand version. It's significantly more valuable.
Yes, it doesn't appear to be on these lists. These lists are driven by sharp increases in prices and quantity
Numbers.
of books sold.
Yeah.
So if it's very hard to get, they don't sell a lot. Hence, it wouldn't trigger the algorithm to put it on the list.
All right.
I actually sounded like I knew what I was talking about there. I'm so
You
proud
did a
of
good job.
myself.
All right. I went first last week, so you
You
go ahead.
did.
Yeah, you go ahead.
uh, do 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 do. Phenomena.
Yes.
Okay, let's see.
Let us know what you guys would pick in the comments.
Yeah, Hector's going for a Secret Wars 8. And also, well, in what grade?
Or just raw. Yeah.
That's a bit much. I need a second here. I'm going to go with the Spider-Man 2099 in a 9.8. I think the price has come down enough on that I would like to pull a trigger on it.
All right. Since you picked one of my two.
You'll take Spawn.
No.
That was the other one I first looked at it and said, nah, it's a bit high still. I think I would wait on that.
I like it though. I'll go with 239.
Are you going as a raw or as a 9.8?
I didn't see any numbers for 9.8s.
It was like $185.
Was it?
Uh-huh.
Why didn't it show it? Oh, yeah. I would get the nicest raw copy I could find.
Okay.
So now we
Rubber band to
choose,
the butt. What we think was our worst selection.
and I'm stopping from doing like 9.9 Spawn or some like ridiculous thing, or 9.8 Secret Wars. I'm going to try to be realistic in my choice.
Yes. Am I going first again, or are you going?
Yeah, sure. You can go first.
This time? I will take the Hercules Twilight of God top weekly sale of a raw comic at $50.
Ew.
Nope. Yeah. That's worse to me than the Nth Man because somebody's spending $50 on a raw book that is it's average sales of 23. Fair. I'm sorry. I wouldn't spend more than $1 out of a dollar bin on this book.
That's probably the choice here. But since you chose that, I'm gonna go with Miles Morales, the variant because I don't think I think the amount you put in, you invest in it, is not going to be ever given back to you.
I agree. I would have also taken Nth Man, but even though
Yeah, I was
the
leaning
Nth
that way.
Man, it's not terribly expensive. So if you want
Yeah,
to pull a trigger and buy something for $10 as opposed to $50, I agree with you.
yeah.
Hector says Ant Man for worst. I don't think that book will be on any top list in a week. Um, I yeah, yuck, Nth Man. Look, I agree that Nth Man
We
is a
hate
horrible
Nth Man.
investment,
We hate Nth Man.
but it's just that the book is not. Is it? Is 1/5 the price of the Hercules? Is it 5 times worse? Yeah, maybe. So
The ultimate ninja.
yeah, jeez. Coming to a competition near you.
Is that really a cover?
What?
Wow.
Oh my god, what is that?
That's looks like Galactus or
Yeah,
something.
it does. Galactus on cocaine.
Have fun trying to sleep. Hey, Jason, what up, buddy?
Yes.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would. You would take it if it was free. Get out of here.
Especially if I would take that cover right there.
I'm pretty impressive in my Galactus mode, huh? Okay, so it's not Galactus.
But it looked like Galactus.
Well, it's the guy saying I'm pretty impressive in my Galactus mode, huh? So
But I
maybe
would take that so I could try to find the artist at a show and walk up to them and go, dude, what were
art
you
by
thinking?
art by Ron Wagner and Fred Fredericks.
I'm like, only the final issue of Star Wars has worse artwork than this. Okay, you make Liefeld look good. What are you doing?
All right.
All right, so let's wrap this up, sir, so we can, I mean, we're exhausted. We just ran 2 streams at the same time.
Yeah. You guys try doing that.
Ah,
Oh.
what you got? What you got?
Timo Hunter.
Oh, yeah. Where did you get that?
I got another shop.
Is that on our merch store?
It will be very available very shortly.
Well, let me know when because I would like to order something.
Yeah, they're nice, man. They fit
Yeah,
my big old head.
I look to have a chook, as my grandfather used to call them, or it's actually since it's got the pom pom, it's a toboggan.
I don't know if this is true or not, but my mom told me that these pom poms were used by like mine workers or whatever because they would kept hitting their heads. So like they use these as like indicators before their head would hit the ceiling.
Makes sense, actually.
It does make sense, but I don't know if it's true.
My grandfather was from Calumet, Michigan, which is the birthplace of Jim Thorpe. And before, the turn of the 19th century, the name of the town was Red Jacket
Okay.
because that was one of the largest copper mines in the United States. And there was so much copper dust in the air from all the mining that all the miners' jackets were red.
Wow.
And my grandfather always had a hat like this. This was like standard wear. So miners and a pom pom, it's making sense to me.
Wow, I love that. Jason, I would say Hector won because he's the one that let us know we had a second stream going.
Well, what wasn't 700? Yeah, 750. That was the Spider-Man 210 first appearance of Madam Web.
Oh yeah, it's lost somewhere in Central America. That's
Right, but what's funny is we got the Madam Web trailer just dropped recently. We got the movie coming out, and we accidentally click on that video from a year and a half ago.
Dude, Madam Web is cursed.
Yes,
All right,
but Godzilla -1 is not.
Yes.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining us. We're going to wrap this up and try to iron out why we run 2. Thanks, Kenneth. Appreciate it. try to figure out what we went wrong with the other stream so we could try to bring you a higher quality product. And
Yeah.
I've got to figure out how I can get that hat for myself too. Don't forget to check us out on Patreon /Team Ohana. Still time to join and get your picks in for Wednesday's giveaway, which will be live on the New Comic Book Day video. If you are a Patreon member and you have not yet done so, please go to Patreon and send Greg your pick. You get 3 picks. So it's like, make sure it's like 27th from the back, 84th from the front. Make them work for it now. Just don't.
I'll use a middle finger to count.
Yeah. And you could be like 1, 2, 3, 4, rich, 5, 6, 7, 8, rich for the Team Ohana family on Instagram. Don't forget to check out our podcast, Team Ohana. We can catch our back issue book club. We just Thursday be coming out for everybody else. Patrons already gotten it. We read Klaus, the origin, according to Boom Studios, of Kris Kringle.
Yes.
And let me tell you, I think you want to listen to our reaction on this book.
Yeah, that was
So,
yeah.
yes, exactly. Let's see what else. Anything else that I'm thinking of?
No.
All right.
We'll see everybody on Wednesday, hopefully.
Yes, we're gonna have a nice, fun show, and we have a product that is being sent to us, which we're going to be reviewing for you guys as soon as it arrives. So, yes, we were selected by a company that has come out with a new product for comic collectors, and we'll be giving our completely honest review about it. So, as soon as it arrives, we're going to record a nice video for you guys. I'm probably going to give away the stuff that I get too, and we're going to have a promo code so you can order and get free shipping. Yeah, we're going to have some fun, guys. Thanks for joining. Till we see you in the next video, though. Mahalo.